Let's just be honest. Most leaders, you included, are exceptional at giving direction, giving energy, giving resources, giving help. But the moment that somebody offers to give it back, you deflect, you feel guilty, you minimize, you're like, I'm fine, you're like, I shouldn't need this. You make yourself wrong and you have built a ceiling on your own growth out of the very thing you thought was strength. Okay, welcome back to Own It with me, your host, Samantha Warren. If you are a leader, an entrepreneur, a budding voice in this industry, and you know that you are here to change culture and to build a true movement and shift things around in humanity, you are listening to the right show. So, this concept of asking for help, for receiving support, are you letting it in? This is very present right now in generally in the consciousness. And what I'm sensing from my own life experience, from the work that I do with my advisory clients, is that you're being asked to receive on a whole new level. Like, actually be held, like fully be held, because you do such a good job at holding other people, but you've actually never really allowed yourself to be held. And I know personally that I have always felt like no one could hold me. No one could support me. I'm too much. I'm too crazy. I have too many ideas. I'm too creative. I'm too wild. I'm too out there. I have too much energy. Who can hold that? And I had this limiting belief that I would not be able to receive support, the support that I actually needed. And I was so jealous of all of my peers and friends and people in my life who could just easily find support. And I didn't get it. I was like, maybe I'm just not fucking destined to have help. And recently I've been having this upper back pain, and I believe everything is psychosomatic. I believe that our problems manifest in our physical body. And I was like, what the fuck is going on with my upper back? And I immediately knew, because it always happens whenever I feel this, is I was putting way too much pressure on myself. I was shrinking myself, and I was not allowing myself to own own all that I am and all that I need without apology. And the more that I have had conversations with clients this past week or two, as they're growing their voices and their shows and their brands, it's been coming up freaking everywhere, like legitimately everywhere. And so I'm assuming if you're listening to this, it's also happening for you right now, actually receiving help, support, whatever else, right? And I think that when we are in this deflecting mode, what happens as a leader is that you stay stuck, you stay exhausted. And it's not because the support's not there. It's because you never learned how to ask for it, and you never learned how to receive it. And then you never learned how to trust it and continue to let it in. If we go back and listen to the episode that I did with Monique Hellstrom, who was the former executive assistant of Simon Sinek, she talks about the two most important things between an assistant and a leader is trust and communication. And I would argue that those two things are actually the most important in any single relationship. Because if you don't have trust and communication, whether it's with your employees or your team members or your colleagues or your clients, the energy will actually not allow, like it won't flow. And you're going to feel frustrated, or you're going to feel unseen, or you're going to feel unmet. And usually it's because you aren't communicating, they aren't communicating, you don't trust the person, or they don't trust you. It's almost always comes down to one of those two things. And so I think that we have, as leaders, as high achieving leaders and high performing people, we believe that if we need help, something is wrong with us. And I recently had this fucking mind blowing realization, not even realization, just like this moment of, okay, I actually need way more support than the average person. And I cannot be ashamed of that. And I think that that right there is so, it's an act of strength to admit that, to realize that, to recognize it, and then to own it. As I continue to build my company, voice and visibility, it's going to be me surrendering control more and more, but more importantly, me allowing myself to receive support from people who want to help me. Because the truth is, I had the belief that no one could support me. But the truth is, I just never actually allowed that in. I never asked for it because I didn't think I could have it. I didn't think it was possible for me. And at some point earlier this year, when I started my hiring process, I realized, you know what? Like, I don't have any choice. I actually don't have any choice right now. I legitimately need help. And it got to a point where I had to break down in tears to realize, fuck, like I need help. This is not a want help. This is I need help. And I hope that you're not at the place where you are listening to this where you legitimately need help because you're like dying, because that's where I was. I hope that this is catching you before that moment happens, and I hope that this can give you the foresight. And again, always listening to this show and tuning into me, not because I have all the answers, but because I have the wisdom or the insights to share with you of what I've been learning on this journey of entrepreneurship and growth and just what it means to actually be a leader. And all the greatest leaders in the world have so much support. And I've really been reflecting on like what it's going to take to build my media company, really what it's going to take, and how I can't be the bottleneck in the business anymore. I can't be the person that does it all anymore. It's not a badge of honor. And honestly, I haven't wanted to be that. It's just I had this limiting belief that I didn't even realize I had. And I hope that the words I'm speaking directly into your ears right now are making you put some dots together around, oh my gosh, I have had a sneaky little limiting belief that I couldn't receive support. I couldn't ask for help. I don't deserve the help. No one can help me. I do it the best. At the end of the day, I do believe that so many people can do what I do better than me. And that's taken me a long time to get to that place. But I genuinely believe that if you have a mission that is much bigger than you have to have that belief because you are replaceable. It's the truth. Like, we are all unique. We are all fucking amazing, but there's so many people in the world right now, and there's so many skilled people, and anyone can be trained and learn things and get better and blah, blah, blah. But it's up to you to be the leader, and being the leader means not doing everything. So asking for help, asking for support, leaning into that is actually an act of true leadership. It's not a confession of failure. And at the end of the day, the leaders that your audience looks up to, like, think about like the people that follow you or that watch you, they are there because they know you have something to offer them. And no one in that position has ever scaled anything alone at the end of the day. Like, when you don't ask for support, you rob others of the chance to contribute. And you model this martyr self-sufficiency as virtue when you're actually just the freaking bottleneck. And so I'm going to empower you to write, take some notes or whatever, text yourself. This is what I do. It's not a good strategy, but it works sometimes. Identify one thing that you have been carrying alone in your business, in your life, in your personal life, and actually ask one specific person for one specific kind of support. You're right. I don't want you to automatically go to, oh my God, if I need support, I need to pay someone. Maybe that's true, but maybe it's not true. You don't always need to be paying people to help you. It's also like that's not always the thing. And so I'm sensing that you're already going to come to me with that objection of like, yeah, but money, but no, don't even worry about the money. Just ask without the money first. Like, legitimately just ask and see what happens. Don't already cut yourself off to support because you have some scarcity thing coming up, because I feel like you probably do have a little something in there, and you don't want that to block you from receiving support. Right? An example of this is, you guys, oh my God, last week I shared that we're going to be onboarding our first team member, and I'm so excited because I was able to offer her a position this morning in real time. Like, oh my gosh. And it was just such a beautiful experience to be able to feel like I'm bringing on a true ride or die unicorn human with me along for this journey. And I genuinely I told her, and I've told you that I know that this company is going to employ a lot of people. It's just going to take time to get us to that point. And I just feel so excited. And like, everyone that's coming into the company has so much gratitude. And that is like, it's so beautiful that I am so excited to have this new human in the business. And she is so excited to be there. And there's this reciprocal relationship, right? In therapy speak, I think that's where it comes from. It's about each of you coming to the table with things and genuinely appreciating each other and being in this relationship of communication and trust. And it's just been like I know it just happened, but I wanted to share it in real time with you. Like, I did find my unicorn. So many people told me it wasn't possible. So many people told me I couldn't find somebody who was both creative and operational. And literally, like, kind of, some people like were a little rude about it. They're like, you can't find that person. And I was like, don't put limitations on me, bitch. I will do everything, anything that I put my mind to. So get out of here. Because I'm a unicorn and you're a unicorn, and there's so many unicorns. Like, we just have to find each other. Um, so anyways, it's like the person that wants to help you is waiting for you to ask. And I kid you not, this has happened like 3 times. I'm helping some of my other clients hire their either right hand, or not even right hand, but really like whoever's going to be helping build out the podcast and the voice ecosystem, and helping the business be a little bit lighter on the host and the talent of the show, and the facilitator. And so it's been really beautiful watching these stories unfold of just setting the pure intention, and then people just show up. But you have to ask, right? You have to ask. So asking is an act of leadership. It is not a confession of failure. And I need you to get that through your head. Being the bottleneck is not sexy, okay? Like, you doing everything is literally not sexy. It's not fun. So why are you doing that to yourself? That's also not how you build anything. Nobody built anything great doing it alone. All right. Number 2, receiving is a skill, and most high achievers will they just don't practice it. And of course we don't, because we're high achievers. We love achieving. But at the end of the day, you can be surrounded by support and actually still be starving truly for that support if you can't let it in. Whether you're deflecting compliments or refusing help, or you're not delegating, these things are not humility. These things are armor. And armor is exhausting and heavy to wear 24/7. And so this week, the next time somebody gives you a compliment, offers you help, please do not negotiate it down. Please do not deflect it. When somebody compliments your outfit or whatever, please do not tell them that you got it at a discount. Like, just say thank you. Say thank you and fucking let it land. And when someone offers to help you with something or do something, say thank you and receive it. And you're going to start building that muscle of receiving and allowing the support that wants to come to you come in. Right? This also goes for your own connection to source, God, whatever you believe in. There is always support available for you, but you have to ask. You will not get messages from your guides or from your spirit team or from source or from universe, from God, if you don't ask, if you don't pray, if you don't sit with yourself, if you don't journal. Like, you need space to receive. So if you don't already have a morning practice, what I do, I wake up, you guys know my routine by now probably, but I wake up, I roll out of bed, and I'm like, oh my God, my hair usually looks like Pokemon, like Dragon Ball Z. That's what it is. Dragon Ball Z. Kurt's always like, it looks like you got electrocuted. I'm like, yeah, I have volume. Okay. People in the 80s would have paid for this shit. And I get up, I drink my water with electrolytes, and usually I put some fruit in there. I'm also on a parasite cleanse right now, so I have to drink this like a liver sauce and dandelion something else and mug root, or I don't even know, all these potions as I'm clearing all the worms out of me. Ew. And then I will make my coffee, and I put in ghee. Ghee is just clarified butter. It doesn't have the lactose in it. And I will put some creamer in it. And then I will sit on the couch with my coffee and with my water and with my husband and with Heffy, and we will all just chill. And I will write, or I will sit and just be. And it's the only time really throughout the day that I just am in stillness, receiving. And I encourage you to do that either in the morning or in the evening. Sometimes I do it in the evening, but I often just pass out before I get a chance to do that. That's just how I am. But it is a great way to receive. Okay. So try it in the morning or the evening, but make sure that you have that connection to something bigger than you. It's going to help guide you, and it's going to help you hear your intuition. It's going to help you trust yourself more. It's going to help you make decisions faster, because you're actually tuning in to your inner authority and not somebody else's rule book for success, which will never work for you because there's no blueprint. It's actually within you. Okay. Lesson number 3. Trusting money as support means releasing the idea that it has to be hard. Honestly, most entrepreneurs, most leaders, most people, I mean, let's just be honest, have complicated relationships with money. They trust money, or maybe you trust money when you earn it through struggle, but when it comes easy, you feel guilty, or you feel like, oh my God, you get nervous, you're on edge. At the end of the day, money is a resource, and it is basically just a big thank you, as an exchange, right? It is a thank you. When your clients pay you, it is a thank you. It's what they would say if they weren't paying you, they would say thank you a lot, right? And it's just like thank you times infinity. And so this money is allowed to support you without you suffering for it first. I am telling you. This week, I want you to notice where you're resisting ease and just allowing money to be there for you. Maybe you're turning down financial support, or maybe you're undercharging, or maybe you're not investing in yourself. Those are the places that you want to look. The thing is when you are in alignment, you are taking the steps, you are breadcrumb actioning, you're taking one action at a time, breadcrumb like, the resources and the money will come in to support that mission. I see money as a fuel for the mission, and it will always be there to support you. It is, because it's just energy. It's literally just God in money form. It's always there for you. And when you have that belief that money always supports you, money is always there for you, money always supports all of your needs at all times, you build this relationship with yourself, with God, with money, and it allows you to receive the support that you desire, right? If you have this feeling of scarcity with, oh, I do need help, and I want to bring in, maybe you're bringing on a team member, or maybe you're investing in something, and you're feeling that stickiness around, oh God, like what about the money? Like, oh my God, like what if I just blow through cash? Or like, oh my God, like what's going to happen? I want you to sit down and actually map out what is the actual game plan, and also reminding yourself of the truth of money, which is money is energy. At the end of the day, it is energy, is an exchange for value. Okay. It's not anything that is this like up in the clouds thing. It's just what we use to exchange our dollars for value. Okay. So I want you to really take this episode and sit with it and do these 3 exercises. The first one, I want you to identify one thing that you've been carrying alone and ask one specific person for one specific kind of support. Just ask and see what happens. Number 2 is the next time somebody offers you help or a compliment, do not negotiate it down. Do not deflect it. Just accept it and receive it and say yes and say thank you. Full stop. And number 3, ask yourself, where are you turning down financial support, letting it be easy, undercharging, or not investing in yourself? Whatever variation of that is true for you. I want to empower you to know that you are worthy of support, you deserve support, and it's actually just an ask away. And you'll start to see how simple and easy this can be when you use your voice to ask for what you want and need. And this goes not just for money, not just for support in business, although that's what I'm speaking about right now. This also goes for support in your relationships, in your marriage, in your partnership, in your friendships. When you need help, you are allowed to ask for that. And you might not be met with a joyous yes, but you may be surprised that you actually are. And so I want to empower you to use your voice more, to allow yourself to get what you are looking for, and let it be easier than you're making it. Sometimes we forget that our voice is truly our superpower, and it is the bridge between what we want and what we have. And if this episode really hit something home for you, I want you to share this with someone in your life, a leader, an entrepreneur, a business owner, somebody who's growing something and who's been carrying way too much all alone. And if you are not already following this show, please do so. Own It with me, your host, Samantha Warren. I freaking love you. I'm so glad you're here. I hope this empowered you. Maybe you got to listen to it a few times. You're going to get a different nugget each time. And I'm here every single Tuesday delivering insights and wisdom and empowerment and guidance and actual real practical strategies for you to step more into your leadership, to use your voice, and to build the thing that you're here to build, whether it's a life, a business, a brand, or what have you. All right. I love you. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next week.